Hello, good Honda people. Welcome to the first ever Honda National Sales Meeting event. My name is Rich Eisen, host of The Rich Eisen Show and proud partner of Honda. Actually, let me just say extremely proud because I'm not just a Honda partner, I'm a Honda driver. I have been for years. My first car was a Civic, then I had an Accord. Our third Honda Odyssey is in the driveway in my home right now, and my pit crew at home loves it. Third Honda Odyssey. I have to say, I consider myself extremely lucky to have a professional partnership with a brand I admire so much personally. And as a sports host, I've always had a great appreciation for the game and a strong admiration for the winners. 2018 has been an amazing year so far, from the Philadelphia Eagles to the Golden State Warriors, the Villanova Wildcats, and yes, the Washington Capitals. We've seen some impressive champions earn their crowns, and even triple crown in the case of Justify. The sports world has never been more interesting and exciting, but let's face it, the same can be said for the world of Honda. 2018 is set up to be the year for that inspirational playoff push, armed with a Warrior-esque lineup destined to make other teams jealous. Yes, we have our own super team here. It's an exciting time. You've got the best product in the industry with more accolades on the way, which they tell me you're going to hear about more today. So stay tuned, people. Over the next hour, your summer game plan will be revealed. And seriously, pay attention, because I'll be back soon to share my fantasy football picks for the fall. It's never too early to start strategizing, right? For now, I'll leave you with this. From everyone on The Rich Eisen Show, again, welcome to the Honda National Sales Meeting event.
Thank you, Rich, and hello, everyone. Welcome to our first Honda National Sales Meeting event. Today's meeting is a little different from our past webcast because we're speaking directly to Honda sales consultants. In fact, we're broadcasting this message live to all Honda dealerships across the country, which is very exciting. Here in the studio on our Honda campus in Torrance, California, we have 3 exciting new Honda vehicles to share with you that are coming to market this summer. So today, you'll learn about the sales strategies we'll employ for each model, and we'll give you a sneak peek at some of the marketing campaigns. This is going to be a great event. But before we get started with these new models, I want to thank all of you for your strong sales results during the month of May and the continued strong sales momentum we see in June. During the month of May, Honda dominated virtually every category we compete in. Honda had the #1 retail car in America with Civic. Accord outsold Camry at retail to be the #1 midsize car in America. And Fit easily outpaced the competition to be the #1 retail subcompact car in America. Our truck side of the business was equally as strong. CR-V was the #1 retail SUV in America. Odyssey ranked as the retail #1 minivan. Pilot sales grew an impressive 37% over last year's results. And HR-V had its best month in 2018. Thank you again for your commitment and strong results in growing Honda's business. Now, looking forward, our meeting today is all about taking charge in today's marketplace. Working as one Honda team, we have a plan to attack and grow our light truck business, defend our passenger car sales, and yes, charge forward with our electrified vehicle strategy. I want you to know that our focus is not just on the future. Like you, we're all about taking charge of our business today and making full use of the opportunities before us. Our goal today is to give all of you a peek under the tent and the tools you need to help you achieve even greater success this year. Today, you're going to learn details about the all-new 2019 Honda Insight that is arriving in your showrooms this week. You'll also be very first to learn how we're strengthening our light truck business. We're going to show you the significant enhancements we've made to Pilot and HR-V for the 2019 model year. 3 key members of our Honda product planning team will lead you through the products. They'll also answer your questions during each of their presentation, so make sure you get those questions in before the end of their walk-around presentation. Our head of Honda sales, Ray McKitchett, is on hand to tell you about our sales plans and the tremendous opportunity that each of these products represent. Our marketing chief, Susie Rosick, will explain the marketing plans for each new product, as well as our big Honda Summer Spectacular sales event that kicks off in just a couple of weeks. So we're going to spend an action-packed hour together to build on the great momentum you established this spring. We're 6 months into the year, and it's clear Honda has plenty of power. Take a look.
We started 2018 with a bang.
Winner is the 2018 Honda Accord.
Telling our story in a unique way. Then, we broke free from range anxiety.
Step 2? There is no step 2.
And offered some insight into our future.
Hi everyone, I'm here at the New York Auto Show with the all-new Honda Insight.
We reimagined the Dream Garage. And we took time to connect with communities. We showed our determination and dominated in the desert. And just about everywhere else. And we have so much more planned. It's going to be a spectacular summer.
We established strong momentum together in the first half of the year. Perhaps the Kelley Blue Book Brand Image Awards best demonstrate the power of the Honda brand. We were honored with 6 individual Best Buy awards and all 3 top brand image awards. This is the first time one company has won all these awards. The Honda lineup is arguably stronger than ever, but I'm not telling you anything you don't already know because you sell Hondas. So let's get things started and give you an inside look. And to take us there, it's my pleasure to bring in our Assistant Vice President of Honda Sales, Ray McKitchen.
Thanks, Henio. You know, before I get to the products, I want to tell you how honored I was last week to join a meeting where we recognized the Council of Sales Leadership Platinum Award winners for 2017. This group represents just 1% of our sales consultants, but they totaled 4% of our sales. 60,000 units last year. That's simply amazing. And nationally, the 4,551 COSL winners were responsible for sales of almost 800,000 new and certified pre-owned Honda vehicles last year. That's an incredible performance. It gives me a sense of the strength of all of you sales consultants out there supporting this brand. Thanks for your efforts. Now today, we're going to focus on 3 exciting new products for you to sell. And the first model we want to introduce is the all-new Honda Insight. Slotting right between the Civic and Accord in our lineup, Insight is a stylish, sophisticated, premium sedan that just happens to be a hybrid. Every customer who walks through your door is a potential customer for this vehicle. Mainstream buyers won't have to compromise a thing when they get behind the wheel. It's a great example of what we can accomplish by creating products people want to drive no matter what's powering them. So to tell you all about it is the Manager of Product Planning for Honda Cars, Jan Moore. Hi, Jan.
Hi, Ray. Thanks everyone, and hello. We're very excited to launch this all-new model. This is truly an all-new Insight, and it takes a very different approach than the 2 previous cars that carried the Insight name. It's also unlike anything else in the market today. It starts with a sleek and premium sedan styling, a wide, sophisticated face, powerful stance, and dynamic surfaces, aiming more at the mainstream buyer who just wants a great-looking car. Contrast that with our main hybrid competitors, the Prius and Ioniq, which are boxy hatchbacks and not particularly attractive. We've done our homework on this. Looking at the Prius in particular, our research shows that styling has gone from the 8th to the 2nd most common reason that hybrid intenders cite as their reason for rejecting the Prius. And among those rejectors, the Civic was the top alternative car purchase, with styling as the #1 driver. So there's a big opportunity in this segment to capture customers who want a hybrid but will not sacrifice styling. We did extensive focus group activity around this new Insight. The Insight outperformed the competition in every category, but where it completely blew the others away was styling. With exterior styling, Insight came away as the clear across-the-board winner, with overall exterior appearance getting an 82% top box score. That compares to 48% for the Ioniq and 39% for the Prius. The Insight will draw a lot of attention in your showroom, where you can point to distinctive details like our standard LED high and low beam headlights and taillights, and standard 16-inch alloy wheels, or 17s like on this touring model. The interior is just as compelling. We have a very unique competitive advantage in terms of materials, features, and technology, just overall refinement. On this touring model, we've got these amazing looking perforated and stitched leather seats that will look right at home in a car costing twice as much. They have 2-position heating for the seat back and bottom, 8-way power driver's seat, including lumbar, and a 4-way power passenger seat. We've applied soft touch materials to just about everything you can see and feel. On the passenger side, we've got this double-stitched instrument panel, which carries through to the center console. It's a premium detail that you're not going to find on virtually anything in this class, hybrid or otherwise. The overall execution is really a class above what you'd find on just about any other car at this price point. In back, there's a similar level of quality and premium feel, with soft-touch window sashes and armrests. Rear seat legroom at 37.4 inches is at the top of its class. That's 4 inches more than Prius. Our powertrain packaging puts the hybrid battery pack beneath the rear seat instead of in the trunk, and this delivers the people and cargo hauling flexibility of a fold-flat rear seat with a 60-40 split for EX and Touring trims. And the Insight's trunk, at 15.1 cubic feet, actually rivals Camry. Now let's take a look at some of the substantial technologies for this Insight. For all trims, there's a digital driver's meter. The driver can select displays for Honda sensing features, fuel economy, and audio. Plus, it has a unique display tied to the hybrid system. The steering wheel, wrapped in leather on Touring, also offers paddle selectors that let the driver choose between 3 levels of regenerative braking performance. For example, going downhill, the driver might choose the highest level, which is level 3, to curb their speed. Or in heavy traffic, more regen braking minimizes the use of the brake pedal, which helps fuel efficiency. All of this enables the driver to suit the Insight to their driving style and environment. For EX and Touring trims, we've got our latest 8-inch display audio touchscreen with the crisper graphics and more intuitive layout that you'll find on Accord. There's also a volume knob and hard buttons for the HVAC controls. And of course, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration are part of the package. For Touring trims, we add the latest Honda Link subscription services, along with 4G LTE in-car Wi-Fi and our embedded Honda Navi system. The lower portion of the center console was designed specifically for Insight. And in typical Honda fashion, everything is very thoughtfully designed and laid out, like this tray for your cell phone. It has these cool ridges that make it easier for you to pick up the phone. And there are buttons for Econ, Sport, and EV modes. Looking at customer clinic results again, the Insight flat out crushed the Prius on interior design, earning top box scores in every category. So, I would encourage you to show the customer how much they're getting, not only against other hybrids, but any compact model as well. Because most of the customers walking in a showroom won't be shopping for a hybrid. For those mainstream buyers, you can sell this Insight as the great looking, great driving Honda sedan that it is. We have a great performance story. Insight delivers best-in-class total system output of 151 horsepower and 197 pound-feet of torque. That gives Insight best-in-class 0 to 60 acceleration, roughly on par with our 2-liter Civic, and 2 seconds faster than a Prius. That's even more horsepower than non-hybrid compacts like Jetta, and more torque than the Mazda 3. And with fundamentally the same chassis design as our Civic, the Insight is easily the most fun to drive, best riding car in its class. Of course, it's also received incredible fuel economy ratings. 55 mpg city rating for LX and EX, and courtesy of our newest, most powerful and efficient hybrid technology. You can see all of the EPA ratings here, which differ by trim. Finally, as you might expect, it's a Honda. So we're leading in safety and driver assistive technologies as well, with Honda Sensing application on all trims. That's right, it's standard. That's a serious competitive advantage that makes the Insight an incredible value. Now, to wrap things up, let's take a quick look at our trim log. I'm going to keep it simple because you'll get a copy of this feature list, and there's a printable version in your Insight Facts Guide. But look at the standard features on the base model. EX has everything that you see here, and the Touring adds even more premium features, including Honda Link telematics services. All trims will be available in 7 exterior colors. Again, it's the kind of choice that you find with most mainstream vehicles. And to give your customers the ability to customize their vehicles, we're providing a full array of Honda genuine accessories as well. In fact, each of the new vehicles that we have here today will have a robust lineup of accessories, with a focus on styling and convenience and lifestyle-driven options for each vehicle. For Insight, accessory features are geared towards elevating the sporty and premium positioning. This includes 5 different illuminated components, black chrome wheels, all-season floor mats, and a 2-tone wing spoiler. So thanks everyone for your time. That's a look at the new 2019 Honda Insight.
All right, thank you, Jan. Car's awesome. Isn't the Insight fantastic? But don't just take our word for it. Look at all of these headlines from last week generated by our press launch event. The media loved it, as you can see here. They understand the value and competitiveness of this product, the focus on great styling, the fact that it's simply a great car. And for those who want a hybrid, the fact that it beats the Prius hands down. Now, I'm sure you want to hear about pricing. And the Insight is also an incredible value. The MSRP for the LX is just $22,830. EX, $24,060. And the fully loaded Touring shown here, $28,090. Plus D&H, of course. You can also see here how the positions Insight right against the most popular Prius, with a price advantage of more than $1,800. And this also gives Insight a strong position versus any mainstream sedan. So I hope you appreciate how hard the team worked to position Insight effectively versus the competition. Again, this also places Insight strategically between Civic and Accord in our lineup, which should help you to direct customers to the Honda model that best suits their needs. The Clarity plug-in hybrid we launched this year is an important part of our electrification strategy. But I want to make clear that this Insight is completely different. This is a volume vehicle that we're building in Indiana right alongside the Civic and CR-V. And we need to get all of you behind it with a volume sales effort. Okay, we've received a number of questions about Insight, so let's pause here to take a few. Thanks, Lori. All right, Jan, you're on the spot now.
Okay.
Is Apple CarPlay standard on all trim levels of Insight?
Apple CarPlay comes with our 8-inch display audio, so that'll be the EX and Touring grades.
Okay, so top trims. All right. Oh, here's a good one. I've heard this a lot. Why did you go with the name Insight for this vehicle as opposed to Civic Hybrid or something else?
That is a good one. As you mentioned a couple minutes ago, actually, Insight is slotted to fit between a Civic and an Accord in our lineup. And you'll see that in the premium materials, the finishes of the vehicle. It's really for a more sophisticated, more affluent customer that would be stepping up from a Civic. So to use the Civic name wouldn't have been appropriate and might have been like a little bit confusing. So what name do you use? We did a lot of research on that and found that Insight has very positive connections with hybrid technology. So to distinguish from Civic, but also leverage our hybrid heritage, we went with Insight.
Well, it's nothing like the old one, that's for sure.
Yes.
And let's see, one more here. Can Insight drive on battery power alone?
Insight can drive on battery powered alone. It does go about a mile, which is typical for this type of hybrid, as opposed to maybe a plug-in or a battery electric vehicle. But if a customer is really convinced that they need more range at E mode, maybe a Clarity would be a better fit for them.
Hey, I like it. You're walking right into the sales chair. All right. There's some more questions, but we've got a lot of things to go over today, so thanks a lot, Jan. We're providing comprehensive training resources for this model that will answer all of your questions, so you'll have the right product and training. But of course, you need showroom traffic. So let's bring in Susie Rossick, who has some news about marketing support for the Insight.
Hi.
Susie, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
You know, my day's been kind of meh.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to change that for you.
I hope so.
I am. You know, this all-new Insight gives us a unique presence in a category dominated until now by one company and one product, the Prius. But the new Insight can change all of that. The #1 reason shoppers reject Prius and other hybrids is bland styling. It's kind of blah. It's kind of meh. It's kind of It's kind of yucky. And did I say blah? But not our new Insight. So our creative will have a fun, pointed message, depicting sedans as the world of meh and encouraging consumers to fight the mediocrity by buying the sleek, sophisticated, all-new Honda Insight. The campaign will launch with online search when the Insight goes on sale in just 2 days. And for television, our launch commercial will run on select programming this summer, highlighting the standard Honda sensing, the Insight Sport mode, and a fuel economy rating of over 50 mpg. And as we move into September, we'll take advantage of high-profile media programming that positions the Insight as the sophisticated yet affordable sedan that just happens to be a hybrid. You'll see it in our live sports partnerships, as well as primetime premieres and top-rated programming on cable and video on demand. With this campaign, consumers will know now that they no longer have to settle for meh. Now, multicultural customers are important to Honda, and to reach those consumers, we'll also have a dedicated campaign with a focus on TV. Through high-impact opportunities, it'll deliver the message that fuel efficiency doesn't mean you have to sacrifice style. We'll share more with you about our Insight campaign on the IN this summer, so please stay tuned. Ray?
All right, now we're going to turn our attention to our award-winning SUV lineup. As Henio mentioned, we plan to attack and grow with this core strength, with each model in our lineup playing an important and distinct role. HR-V is our entry SUV, giving you the opportunity to attract young buyers new to the brand, first-time buyers, even empty nesters looking to downsize to meet their changing lifestyles. CR-V is for young families just getting started, or thinking about it, with increased appeal to a broader range of mid-SUV buyers and the ability to conquest from competitive vehicles. And then there's the Pilot, offering families the comfort and utility of a minivan with a bit more style and serving as a core profit pillar for your business. Now we're going to take a look at how we're increasing the appeal of HR-V and Pilot. First up, the refreshed 2019 Pilot. Our Pilot sales are up over 40% this year, and the changes we're making will accelerate this momentum. We have the product planner for Pilot, Justin Kyoto, here to tell you all about it. But first, let's take a look at this video where lead designer Guy Melville Brown explains the key styling changes.
It's my great pleasure to give you guys a quick look at the refreshed 2019 Honda Pilot, your Honda Pilot. Some of you might remember me from my role with the Civic Coupe and the Civic Show Car. Taking on the design of a light-duty truck meant understanding a new demographic, customer, and lifestyle. But when the current vehicle is this strong and selling this well, we didn't want to lose any of that goodness when we created the new car. As a result, we set out to build on what was already a great-looking SUV. Just make it more emotional, more tough. You see, design, it's all about balance. We wanted to create a vehicle that was equal in its levels of sophistication and capability. So much with any car, everything begins with the front fascia. One of the big visual differences with the new Pilot is this dynamic skid that you find at both the front and the rear of the vehicle. For the front grille, we essentially took the Honda Flying Wing and we beefed it up, reinterpreting its theme in an SUV guise to bring it in line with the latest brand direction. We completely refreshed the lights of both the front and the rear of the vehicle. The new Pilot boasts inline LED headlights, which are underscored by an LED fog and this sleek turn signal that gives the car a more dynamic and a futuristic image. The rear of the vehicle also celebrates a brand new LED backup light and updated lighting signature. We wanted to ensure that this Pilot would be instantly recognizable day or night. Running around the entirety of the vehicle is this chrome spear that serves to elongate the car and drive home its more refined and premium character while drawing increased attention to the vehicle. This momentum and this energy, it doesn't stop with the wheels. We have 3 new designs that key into the same level of emotion and drama to convey a tougher, more SUV image. We have 2 new 18-inch wheel designs for the EX and LX trims, and the 20-inch wheel you see behind me will be available on the Touring and the Elite trims. Altogether, the Pilot achieves the perfect balance of sophistication and capability.
Hi everyone, it's great to be here to tell you about this new Honda Pilot. And thanks to Guy, who did a nice job on that video telling you about the strategy behind the styling changes and how we've worked to balance the sophistication and a more rugged look in one SUV package. The refreshed styling is really going to resonate with our SUV buyers. Based on our concept for this 2019 model, Equipped for Family Life, we've added a number of available new technologies that take Pilot to the next level in terms of family functionality. Key changes on the outside include auto-dim power fold side mirrors and a hands-free access power tailgate. We've taken learnings from Odyssey and addressed some of the customer concerns about the ease of use of this system. So we've expanded the sensing area under the bumper to make it easier to activate. And of course, functionality in an SUV is really critical inside the vehicle. And that's where you'll find a number of changes, large and small, that really make Pilot equipped for family life. You'll find a new wider armrest for the front row and available captain's chairs for the second row on the Touring trim. But we're still among the few vehicles in the segment with available 8-passenger seating. The Explorer, Durango, Santa Fe, Pathfinder, Acadia, and the all-new Volkswagen Atlas are all only 7-passenger vehicles. Our new display audio is a big upgrade for Pilot, advancing smartphone-like functionality. It utilizes the system you know from the Odyssey and new Accord, widely regarded as one of the best in the business. There's also a new meter display that's easier to operate with smart improvements like a dedicated back button and a more common sense app structure. There's even a new voice recognition engine that should address frustrations some customers have had with the system in the current Pilot. And with the addition of our cabin talk and cabin control technologies, we're delivering great family-friendly features to the Touring and Elite trims. Speaking of family-friendly, we've got a new larger 10-inch rear entertainment system available that add Blu-ray and video streaming via in-car 4G connectivity, your phone's hotspot, or any local Wi-Fi connection. Also, Pilot joins Accord in offering wireless phone charging that's standard on Elite and available as a dealer-installed option on all trims above LX. In terms of performance, the next generation 9-speed transmission has received significant hardware and software improvements to improve its refinement. And we've updated the idle stop system to be quicker and smoother than ever before. Finally, our concept of Equipped for Family Life. Let's talk about safety and driver assist features. With this 19 model, Honda Sensing is now standard. This will really simplify the selling process and allows us to bring our advanced safety and driver assistive technologies to more customers at a lower price. This is a really desirable technology, and we're delivering the most robust system in the segment and at a greater value. Honda Sensing is something you want to pitch to your customers and then compare to the competition. The Highlander Ascent have no road departure mitigation function. And for the Explorer, the Ford Safe and Smart package isn't even available on the base car and comes as part of a $3,600 option package on the mid-grade models. And for the new VW Atlas, you have to move up to the 7th of 12 trims, which stickers at $37,000 to get their version of Honda Sensing. Now for EX and higher trims, please note we're replacing Lane Watch with Blind Spot Information System. BSI is something our customers have increasingly been expecting at a vehicle this price point. And also we've brought the rear cross-traffic monitor down from Touring to the EX trim. Now I'd like to finish with a look at the trim structure. Again, we're going to keep it brief because you will get a copy of this feature list, and there'll be a printable version in your Pilot Facts Guide. You can see the key new features here highlighted in red. LX gets things like Honda Sensing and LED headlights that most competitors reserve for upmarket trims or packaged options. EX models add these features, while the EXL adding these premium and entertainment features. The Touring and Elite grades add a lot of the all-new features that take Pilot to the next level. Our accessory lineup for Pilot is designed to reinforce the perfect road trip adventure with a full line of roof attachments, roof rails, running boards, and a number of enhancements to help organize the cargo area. So that's your new, more stylish, rugged, and tech-savvy 2019 Pilot. Make it an even stronger model in your light truck market. It's truly equipped for family life.
Hey, great job, Justin.
Thanks, Ray.
You got to be proud of this new truck. It's got a sportier and truckier look, new technology that increases both convenience and fun, and Honda Sensing across all trims. What's not to love? So let's hear from a few of our sales consultants.
Really impressed with the new 2019 Pilot. Honda continues to push quality and push safety and push technology into the lower trim levels where a lot of people can find those things at a more affordable price.
I think it's a new edgier look. It's got a new grille. The lights are receded more. And I think you got that person that has the children in the back and wants an SUV, but they want to look edgy and they want to look cool. And I think it's very contemporary and a great look.
Also, the Touring model has the captain's chairs, which I think is fantastic.
A few other features I like about the new Pilot is the fact that you're bringing down the power lift gate and adding the LED lighting. I really get a kick out of that. It makes the truck a lot easier for us to sell.
This 2019 Honda Pilot will be on a rolling release and goes on sale in mid-July. But we needed to have a good, orderly sell-down of the 18s in order to take full advantage of the current market situation. And to help you, today we're launching a new 72-month APR for your 2018 Pilots. This summer, we'll have the best of both worlds. A good supply of 18 Pilots with an aggressive APR and the fantastic new 19 model. So take full advantage of these sales opportunities. Okay, let's take some of your questions about the new 2019 Pilot. Thank you. All right, from Airport Honda, will the LED headlights, taillights, and fog lights be available on all of the trims?
That is correct. LED headlights and taillights are standard. On the Touring and Elite trims, they'll get the inline LED headlights, where the lower trims will be LED projection.
Oh, that's a big upgrade. That's great. Honda Village in Newton, Mass. Have you added USB ports in the rear seats or the third row area?
It's same as the current in-market Pilot for the number of USBs.
So no more USBs. Okay, no additional ones. Does wireless charging work with all the smartphones on Pilot?
So Honda is capable of charging phones with the Qi and PowerMet technology. So that covers most of the new smartphones from Apple and also Android.
Okay. All right, so I guess I need to upgrade my iPhone 7 then, don't I? All right, well, thanks.
Thanks, Ray.
All right, I'm getting a signal that we got to move on. Appreciate everything from Justin. Now to explain some of our marketing efforts behind the Pilot, let's bring Susie on.
I'm back.
Hi, Susie.
Hi, good to see you again. You know, as Ray mentioned, we have two great opportunities with Pilot. The sell down of the 2018 model and the refreshed model launching in mid-July. Now to support your sell down efforts, we have the Honda Summer Spectacular Sales Event. We revised the name to reflect the strength of the Honda product lineup and the spectacular opportunity it represents for consumers. But the intent of our summer sales event is the same, to help you clear out your 2018 models as the new 2019 models hit your showrooms. The campaign will feature a variety of Honda products, including a dedicated commercial for the 2018 Pilot. The creative really highlights the excitement consumers feel when they realize the great deal they got on a new Honda. Here's a first look.
Imagine experiencing this level of wow, this heightened state of car buying bliss. These feelings are not uncommon at the Honda Summer Spectacular event, where you could get a great deal on the Honda Pilot with seating for up to 8. This euphoria is only available at the Honda Summer Spectacular event. So come experience it for yourself.
We see it all the time.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Pilot, named part of 2018's best SUV lineup in America.
I love that campaign. And you can bet the Summer Spectacular Sales event will get the full treatment that includes digital and traditional channels, including a social component. And unique Spanish-speaking and unique creative for our Spanish-speaking consumers, our fastest growing consumer group. Let's take a look.
¿Quién se sabe esta?
¿Qué les pareció?
No sé, cara.
Y la canción también.
Obtén hoy una gran oferta en una nueva Pilot de Honda, la mejor marca de SUV del 2018. Date prisa. Ven hoy mismo al verano de ofertas Honda porque terminan pronto.
Now, following the summer campaign, we'll have a launch campaign to support the sales of the 19 model. More about that in a moment. Ray?
Thanks, Susie. Now, we've got one more new model refresh to share exclusively with all of you today. The 2019 HR-V. The current HR-V is already battling for the #2 spot in one of the hottest segments in the industry. The changes we're making with this refresh will continue to advance HR-V toward the top spot. And here to tell you all about it is the product planner for HR-V, Sho Moromitsu. Sho?
Hi, Ray.
Welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here to talk about the new 2019 HR-V. So you may have noticed that my name is Japanese, but my accent is not. I'm actually from Colombia, and I hope you can understand my Spanish accent. So the Honda HR-V is already one of the best and best-selling products in its segment. And for this refresh, we've upped our game with enhancements to styling, performance, upgraded materials, and features on all trims, and an expanded lineup with the new sport and touring trims. To create a more emotional and sophisticated styling, major exterior design changes on the new touring and sport models include the use of full LED headlights and fog lights, the rich surface composition of the new bumper, and the new honeycomb grille design. But we did all of this without any compromise to the HR-V's core strengths, especially its interior space and versatility. So our key message for this 19 model is amazing versatility in a perfectly sized package. Nobody packages a vehicle better than Honda. And as you can see, HR-V continues to deliver best-in-class space and utility. With a second-row magic seat and rear cargo area, we have a commanding lead over the competition, ranging from 3 to as much as 22 more cubic feet. But that doesn't mean we're going to stand still. We want to expand the customer base for HR-V. And as you probably are aware from your own sales, HR-V appeals to both the young and young at heart. Accordingly, we continue to have a bimodal target of millennials and boomers. While HR-V has done quite well with female buyers, we identified an opportunity to grow HR-V sales by increasing male buyers. So for this refreshed 19 model, we added the more aggressive and fun elements of the sport trim, as well as new exciting colors like Orange Burst to appeal to both male and millennial buyers. At the same time, we think empty nesters who are downsizing as they change life stages will appreciate the new Touring trim's more premium features. Let me share a few key details that show how we're looking to accomplish these goals. In terms of premium appeal, the new front and rear styling on the outside and new seat design interior really deliver a more sporty and sophisticated look, as well as increased comfort. The Sport and Touring trims have a leather steering wheel, a shift knob, and paddle shifters. HR-V also gets a new meter design that includes a new center meter for all trims. And for EX and above, a new digital tachometer and multi-information display. Another area of improvement is a reduction in cabin noise. We've applied more sound insulation in the floor and cargo areas in all trims. And for the Sport trim and above, we've added active noise cancellation technology to counter low-frequency noise. We're also introducing some performance upgrades that will make HR-V even more fun to drive, including the new variable gear ratio steering. For the 90 model, we won't have a manual transmission option, which has a very low take rate. Instead, we have retuned the CVT for a more linear driving feel. Our all-wheel drive system has also been retuned to support smoother steering and launch performance on snow-covered and slick roads. Subaru has gotten a lot of credit for their all-wheel drive technology, so we need to make sure our customers understand that the HR-V system is every bit as capable. We also have a stronger technology story with the HR-V, including our latest display audio system with sharper graphics and a volume knob. We're also adding Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration. Our research shows that some 70% of millennial buyers prefer vehicles with smartphone connectivity and navigation, and HR-V will have it. Subaru makes a big deal out of their Crosstrek having standard CarPlay and Android Auto integration versus the HR-V, but we're erasing that advantage. So this is a big addition to the HR-V. Now looking at our trim walk, there's a printable version in your HR-V facts guide. But I want to cover a few of the highlights. For the LX, we've got new halogen projector beam headlights and LED daytime running lights. For the HR-V Sport, we're applying all these additions. EX trims add these premium features, while our new Touring trim will help us target mature buyers with a host of interior and exterior feature content. And we're adding 3 new colors, including the orange burst I mentioned, that will add appeal with millennials. And to further HR-V's active lifestyle image, we're offering a number of accessories that will help our customers to customize their vehicles, including the redesigned crossbars, attractive 18-inch wheels, illuminated door seals, and many more. Finally, in an important step for both HR-V and the Honda brand, we're making Honda Sensing available for the first time on HR-V. It will be standard on the EX, EXL, and Touring trims. This means that your entire Honda lineup will now offer Honda Sensing technology. And for HR-V, it's class-leading. The new Ford EcoSport has none of our Honda Sensing features, while the Subaru Crosstrek EyeSight system is nearly 1,400 options on the premium trim, and more than $2,000 on the top of the line limited. The Crosstrek is probably our biggest competitor, and we've got other advantages against it. You can see just a few of the major ones right here. Make sure you call this out to your customers. And on the Touring, our embedded Navi system requires that you nearly purchase 3,500 option package on the Crosstrek Limited. So in summary, we have a great selling proposition with this new HR-V, with improvements everywhere you look. I hope this new HR-V will bring in a lot of new customers to the Honda brand and your stores.
Thanks, Joe. You've done a great job with this new HR-V. But don't listen to me. Let's look at some proof from the field.
I'm excited to hear about the brand new HR-V for 2019. The roof rails on top, they're going to be amazing to my customers who are kayakers, snowboarders, skiers. Been asking for it for a long time. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is something I've been hearing requests for, and now I can offer it to my HR-V customers. I can't wait till this vehicle gets here.
The first thing is definitely the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's a really big deal to my customers. Something that hasn't been available before, and also the Honda Sensing being available is going to be huge.
My customers are going to love the Honda Sensing, the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and for you surfers, there's going to be roof rails up there available, so I just can't wait till they reach here to the island of Maui and they're ready to go.
So not only has HR-V gotten better in a number of ways, I love the addition of the sport and touring trims. Now the new HR-V arrives next month. Just like Pilot, HR-V is in sell-down mode, and we've planned for this to give you a good supply of 18 models along with the 19s to help you take advantage of every opportunity to sell. HR-V is in an ultra-competitive segment with key players like the Subaru Crosstrek, Toyota CHR, and Jeep Renegade. So it will be critical to not only retain our existing customers, but successfully conquest the competition as well. Okay. So let's see what questions have come in about HR-V. Thank you. Okay, will the new HR-V have power seats?
Yes, it will be available in the touring trim.
Okay, great. Never heard this one before. Will there be a turbo option coming?
No, there won't be a turbo, but we will have the same engine with the 1.8 liter. But however, we made some improvements with the all-wheel drive for better handling and control.
Well, the fact of the matter is the car is competitive in terms of the competition and statistics.
Yes.
Are you adding any new colors? Or we're adding 3 new colors to HR-V. Are you discontinuing any of them?
So we will continue to have 8 colors in total. So we're discontinuing the Misty Green, the Mulberry, and the White Orchid.
Well, Misty Green was one that I always liked. Okay, we're running out of time for Q&A, and Susie's here to tell us about HR-V marketing.
I am.
Welcome
I guess
back.
You're wondering about the plan we have for you, don't you? Yes, well, so HR-V is a wonderful product that we have coming out, and we're really excited about it. And even though it competes in an increasingly crowded market, it serves a key role in our lineup, bringing in the next generation of customers to the Honda brand. Some 60% of HR-V buyers are new to Honda, and a majority of them will go on to buy another Honda. So we intend to fully leverage the refreshed 19 HR-V. The Honda Summer Spectacular Sales Event will help clear out the 2018 models as the new 2019 models hit your showrooms. The 2018 CR-V is one of the products getting a dedicated spot in our summer campaign. So let's take a look.
Here it comes. Unfiltered emotion. A reasonable reaction to the outstanding deals at the Honda Summer Spectacular Event. The knowledge that your new Honda HR-V was named part of 2018's best SUV lineup in America and comes with a standard rear-view camera has this sort of effect. Woo-hoo! Find your joyful moment at the Honda Summer Spectacular Event.
Oh, I get it.
Visit your local Honda dealer today and test drive the Honda HR-V.
That campaign is going to be great for this summer. Now, we're about to send it back to Rich Eisen, but before we do, we have a few important topics we want to cover. First being training.
Our training will cover everything from new features to Honda Sensing. And you've heard today we're expanding Honda Sensing technology in each of these new models. Research shows us that our customers like Honda Sensing, but many find the features confusing. This has impacted our IQS scores this year, where we improved slightly, but not our position relative to the industry. We are working on our end to improve, but we also need your help. Over the past 2 years, we've been asking you to use the personalized settings worksheet with every one of your customers. And I'm happy to report that you've been doing just that at a rate of almost 87% completion. Thanks for that. Now, with the application of Honda Sensing to every vehicle in our lineup, I ask that you double down on making sure your customers understand these technologies before they leave your dealership. The good news is that Honda Sensing is among the features that we address in our sales training program. Our introduction and walk-around web-based training modules, as well as delivery web-based training, feature detailed how-to videos. 40 videos for the Insight alone.
Impressive.
There's also Honda Tech Tutor and facts guides for each model. The Insight Guide is live now in the Honda Information Center with printable references including the trim walk and the personalized settings worksheet that is critical to improving IQS performance. And here's a look at when the rest of the resources will be introduced. As you can see, the next month or so will be very busy for all of us. For Insight, we are introducing a new training platform called Honda Virtual Discovery that's both informative and fun. It follows a story-based approach to demonstrate Insight features, functions, and benefits from the customer's perspective. This is on-demand virtual training, and each module concludes with games to test your knowledge. A leaderboard will show the best scores, and at the end of the year, there will be a prize program for the highest scorers. For Pilot, we are launching on-demand WBTs. These story-based competitive comparisons show Pilot advantages against Toyota Highlander and Ford Explorer. Consumers will also be able to view this content through the Honda Information Center.
Great. Now we want to talk about 3 opportunities for all of you this summer. The first being accessory sales.
Well, we know many of our customers want a vehicle that tells a lifestyle story. That's why each presenter today talked about new Honda Genuine accessories. Accessories also represent an opportunity for you in terms of revenue and profit and commissions. We've done some research on what can influence accessory purchases, and we found that the majority of customer conversations about accessories are initiated by the customer during a new car purchase, 67%. Further, having brochures and accessorized vehicles on display in your showrooms are the single biggest influence on the decision to purchase accessories. So please take advantage of this opportunity by stocking and promoting accessories during the new vehicle purchase process.
Great. Now, another opportunity this summer and really throughout the year is Honda Link. For instance, for Pilot, we're introducing an excellent range of Honda Link subscription services, including Find My Car, remote door lock and unlocking, emergency services notification, and even a 24/7 concierge service. And the benefits will only grow in the future. Our data shows that when Honda Link is activated, your customers are much more likely to return to your store for service work. And as we all know, service retention leads to sales retention. This is such a great tool to cement that relationship with new customers and keep them coming back to your store for service and future sales. Okay, the third opportunity I want to discuss is awards and accolades. As I mentioned earlier, Honda has been earning award after award, both product awards and brand awards. And we plan to take full advantage of these wins.
That's great, but I could have used that Find Your Car app when I was in college. I wish they had that. Anyway, looking towards this fall in September, we'll launch a new campaign to support these incredible SUVs you saw today. U.S. News & World Report has named Honda the best SUV brand, and we're going to fully leverage that accolade to promote HR-V, CR-V, and Pilot with a new marketing campaign. So stay tuned for that for more information in the coming months.
You know, if we're talking about awards, of course we have to talk about the Accord.
Absolutely.
The 2018 Accord is the most awarded model in Honda's history. I'm excited to announce that today we're launching a new cash program on upper trims to give even more Accord customers the opportunity to experience America's best sedan. I predict even more awards and records in our future. We're on track for another great year. So let's make this a summer of success. And in the spirit of our upcoming sales event, a truly spectacular summer.
That's great. Hey, Ray, thank you. Susie, thank you. Now, today you saw 3 models that represent an important commitment to our business together. We're going to release more information about the new Pilot and HR-V to the press tomorrow, so be prepared for customer interest and leads. Please take the time to understand all 3 of these new vehicles, their key change points, and their benefits for the customer, and our key advantages over the competition. Let's take full advantage of the sales training videos that we're creating and share them with potential customers to get them excited about these new models. And after you close the deal, make sure you use the personalized settings worksheet to give each customer a perfect delivery and to provide the best customer experience in the industry. Let's put our collective energies behind the entire Honda lineup this summer and continue our strong momentum. And then in the coming months, we'll have more exciting news to share with you. I want to thank the product planners as well as Susie and Ray for your presentations today. And I also want to thank everybody online that's joining us here today. Now, let's work together to advance the Honda brand and continue to grow sales. Now, back to our friend, Rich Eisen.
It's me again, Rich Eisen. I'm back and I'm fired up. I can feel it when a team is about to hit it big. And folks, let me tell you, this is going to be our best summer ever. And then before you know it, the smells of turf, tailgates, and cowhide will be in the air again. You'll be coming off a big summer win and, dare I say, ready for some football picks. So yes, let's do it. After all, nothing like a football chat in June, right? What could possibly change between now and then? But hey, in my line of work, it's never too early to start talking about who will be the real game changers this season. So here's what I'll tell you. Keep your eye on these potential breakouts. Fantasy football. Deshaun Watson. Now, I know you're thinking, look, he was the king of fantasy football before he got hurt last year, Rich. Even if you're not saying that, I'll say that for you. He's going to be back, ready to roll, practicing this past month without a knee brace. He is going to be phenomenal. Once again, I would choose him in the first round of your fantasy football draft. He is going to be that good. I recommend him highly. Another one, Jimmy Garoppolo. A lot of people are on that bandwagon for Jimmy G. Jimmy G won 5 straight games last year. Can't possibly do it again, you might say. Guess what? He's going to do it again. I would take him, however, in the second or the third round of a draft. If somebody wants to take him in the first round, as Chris Brockman here on the Rich Eisen Show says he will do, let him do that. Second, third round, Jimmy Garoppolo's out there. Get all over him in your fantasy draft. Here's a sleeper for you. Saquon Barkley is the running back du jour from the fantasy world, certainly from the real world. Second overall pick in the draft. Somebody's going to bite on him in the first round. Let him do it. If you are late first round, you should go ahead and take him. He's going to be phenomenal. He will be one of those guys that is going to be at the top of your fantasy football draft for a reason. But here's a running back that you're looking for this year's Alvin Kamara, this year's third round draft choice in the real world, who's going to be phenomenal in fantasy football this year. Darius Geis of the Washington Redskins. Get all over that guy when you can. Be patient, but he'll be available later on in your draft. Third, maybe fourth round. Get on him. He's going to have that Kareem Hunt, Alvin Kamara type season. You can thank me later. And in terms of the actual National Football League season, I do like the Houston Texans to have a surprise year in the AFC because of the fact that they didn't perform very well last year. I think they're going to have a terrific season. I'm not going to go out and say that they're going to beat the Patriots just yet. It is June. I would never say something like that, maybe even in December, but I certainly wouldn't say it on tape, as I am right now, here in front of you folks. That said, I will take the Houston Texans to have a really good year, and I like the Eagles again. I know the Rams out here in Southern California have a lot of people buzzing about them, but I like the Eagles to go back-to-back in the NFC. Check back with me later on this fall. So there you have it, a little Eisen insight, baked especially for my friends at Honda. May you draft with confidence this season in your fantasy football world. But before I go, I want to congratulate each and every one of you for the role you play in making Honda the best. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for performing like a champion and for taking the Rich Eisen Show along for the ride. We are loving every single minute of it, talking about all the great cars that you're out there making even greater for all those that are looking for a Honda and all those that should be. So thank you from the Rich Eisen Show and have a great day.